At the Royal College of Psychiatrists over the last 3 years, we've been working on a national clinical audit of anxiety and depression on behalf of NHS England, NHS Improvement and the Healthcare Quality Improvement Partnership. We've been looking at the care and treatment of service users in mental health trusts in England who've been diagnosed with anxiety, depression or both. Our plan was to produce 3 reports showing how services are currently performing against a set of pre-agreed standards, as well as set out recommendations on how this care can be improved. The 3 elements of the audit were: the core audit, looking at how inpatient mental health services are performing overall; a spotlight on secondary care psychological therapy services; and a second spotlight on the experiences and perspectives of people who've recently received psychological therapy.
From the design of our audit tools to the writing of recommendations, we've had input from our 4 different partner groups, each of them bringing their own unique resources, knowledge and expertise. We collected data from a large number of case notes, service users and therapist questionnaires, and from NHS trusts and organisations. For the spotlight on service user experience, we also analysed comments taken from the service user surveys collected in the first spotlight audit. All of our findings and analysis were brought together in 3 reports.
Our service user and carer reference group helped to guide the content and format of the reports and highlighted findings which were important to them. This feedback helped us to make sure we were on the right track and made the reports a much more useful tool for creating positive change. In the spotlight on service user perspectives, for example, they were able to reflect on our analysis, using their own lived experience of what services were doing well and where they were failing to meet their needs. This inclusive process won an award and has gone on to influence the design and scope of other audits, reports and recommendations.
Despite current service constraints, our report states that trusts are performing well in many areas. The core audit showed that access to inpatient care was good, with an average wait time of 5 hours, and most service users admitted within a day. The spotlight audit on psychological therapy found that most adults who received it rated their therapist highly and felt helped by their treatment. However, we also found a lot of variability in the standard of inpatient assessment, care, discharge planning and follow-up care after service users leave hospital.
The spotlight on service user perspectives revealed how hard it can be to access therapy and that users often felt they had little control over their therapeutic experience. Although for some, therapy was life-saving and life-changing, for others it ended too soon or wasn't frequent enough.
Highlighting areas of improvement both nationally and locally was a core goal of the audit, as was helping trusts to work on these areas by creating effective quality improvement plans. To do this, we held a number of quality improvement workshops and webinars. These brought trusts together to share great ideas and good practice, and it was reassuring for attendees to meet with other trusts who, when faced with similar problems, were able to put successful measures in place.
By raising awareness of areas for improvement, we hope to arm clinical teams with the information and confidence they need to successfully argue for increased resources and better training. That the trusts involved will use the data we've collected to inform quality improvement projects and improve their service for service users, and that ultimately many more living with anxiety and/or depression will be able to access better, safer and more effective care now and in the future.